How you doing, guys? This is Bill with Keystone ProWash. I'm going to shoot a video about the 750 soft wash special. Now, I've been seeing a lot of posts on Facebook, guys complaining about they just bought the gun and it runs on, okay? Now, there's a few things that are going to cause this. It's either a little piece of debris from manufacturing or something you picked up through your system. But don't bother the people you bought it from. We sell this gun directly. Also, we sell it to many other distributors and stores and so forth. If your store doesn't carry it, if your local distributor doesn't carry it, have them reach out to us. We're more than happy to take care of them. Now, reason why it runs on, okay? Inside the nozzle of this gun here, you're going to need a channel lock, possibly just twist this off. You have your metal, your tip on here, okay? You're going to go ahead and get a pliers here. Try to very easily see how that popped off. Now inside, this comes off here too as well. Just pops off this seat here, okay? But the only portion that seats in this gun is here at the tip, so it's totally serviceable by you. You don't need to tear the gun down, okay? There is a little O-ring back here. If this leaks, you'll see it come out of here. But the seating of the gun, the main mechanical portion of the gun is here right at the tip. Now you see here, I got a pin here that's out of the gun. This is inside the gun. This comes here and seats. If you could see that, see where it seats there, it hits. There's going to be a little curly cue in here of a piece of blue tape, something for your tank, or a piece of metal from manufacturing. Like I said, we've had new guns come through where when they manufacture, there's a little piece of metal in there. What this seats against here. Now, if this is damaged by something, inside your gun, you're going to have a new seat. Just pop it in. This also seat gets beat up heavily after time, and it will cause the gun to change pattern, to leak on, and so forth. All right? Let me show you something right here. I'm going to push this back in. And now you just tighten these up by hand, okay? Now this is an older gun here. And a lot of times you'll feel this trigger here moves a lot more than it should, okay? And you'll notice the spray pattern when you pull it, it doesn't go into full pencil mode or vice versa, or it leaks, or there's something going on with it. When you unscrew this, like I said, that pin, I don't know if you could tell, but this portion here, the orange piece, gets beat up so bad, and you can notice because this piece here will get loose. You keep tightening it down, and this little shoulder right here, see this little shoulder? This gets so flattened out that the pin will move forward, well, you know, it's not going to seat correctly. I mean, you could just see here. If we look, you can see a difference. This one here, you can see that you can barely see the orange, and this other one you can. This gets beat up after time. And like I said, that'll change the distance of where the pin seats against it and so forth. So just replace it. Now, when you buy the 750 Soft Wash Special, you're going to get it in a box like this. You're going to get a swivel, okay? You're going to get a blue tip, which is slightly larger than the one in the gun. You're going to get a red tip, which is even larger than that. And you're going to get an extra seal. Like I said, this is what gets beat up the most, okay? This is what takes the most beating. Now, so far as, you know, we'll swivel this. So far as the two nozzles, we try to design this. I mean, guys use the P40s, you know, booster pumps, MoFlows, other systems. We try to design the best size nozzle in the gun. But we do it, and a lot of other guys do it, where we use our, you know, booster or a MoFlow to apply the soap. And then we use, you know, we're not supposed to, but we use our pressure washer with a flow sensitive unloader to rinse down, which works well. Sometimes you don't want to shoot that, you want to put a larger tip in because you don't care about the distance, but you want to throw a lot of water against that building. I mean, when we're doing big jobs, we apply 15 gallons a minute, and then we run 2 pressure washers to rinse down. So we actually put a little bit larger tip in it. We don't care about blasting blasting stuff, but we care about throwing water and rinsing down. So that's why we have the 2 extra tips on there. And of course the extra seal. Now, like I was saying, same thing with guys using these in the pressure washers. You know, when they let off that gun and it snaps, that little seal there gets beat up. So first thing you want to do, pull the gun apart, check that seal, replace it. You know, we sell them in packs of, we're going to sell them in packs of 5 now in the website. Also, there's a few rebuild kits. But before I go into the rebuild kits, I want to show you something. After a while, and I don't care if you say, oh, we flush it with water every time. It just doesn't do it, okay? This here is a cutoff view of the gun. All right, this here, your seat goes here, this screws on here, okay? Now, I don't know what you call it. I don't know the right chemical term of it, but after a while, this whole spring will actually double in size with this white crusty residue, like a salt residue or something from the bleach, okay? It gets on here. Also, you see this plastic piece. Everything has to flow around that plastic piece, okay? And that's with those little ribs there, space it when it's round. This will actually get all full of crustiness. The spring will actually double in size. The diameter spring will get so caked up, it'll double in size. And also, you'll feel the handle a little bit hard to pull. Once a week, just take your gun like this, pour a little 1 Restore in there or F9, pull the trigger a little bit, make sure it dribbles out, then release the trigger and fill the rest of it up. You have to pull the trigger to sometimes let the air out, okay? Let the stuff sit in here until your next stop. Like I said, we use 1 Restore. We pour it in there and, it'll start fuzzing up inside and so forth. Leave it in the trailer, in the truck, hold it up like this. Let it sit to the next stop, then blow it through. And you will tell a difference. The spray pattern will change. The handle will feel a little bit easier to pull. You got to maintenance a gun. Blowing it out with water after every application, like we all do, we go from soap to water. The water's not going to do it. Once a week, maintenance a gun. 1 Restore, F9, aluminum brightener, whatever you have that has that little acid to it, that's going to eat that. Now, rebuild kits. Like I said, we're going to be selling these. We have them in packs of 3. We're going to be selling in packs of 5, okay? Then there's a rebuild kit type A that has basically your nozzle in it, your seat in it, and that's your stainless steel tip. This is the most common because these here do get a little worn out after a while. They get a little schmutz on them, so this is not bad to have in your kit just sitting around. But the seals are what really go bad. And then we have basically here is a type B kit, which comes with everything you need except the body of the gun. It doesn't come with this. When you strip it apart, it'll have every little O-ring, every little seat in there except the body of the gun. All right? Guys, these guns are not going to last forever. I mean, some people say, oh, I only got a year out of it. I mean, it's $200. When you're shooting that much money through your gun, I mean, we throw our hoses out at the end of the year. Turbo nozzles don't last us a whole year. I mean, you got to really look at how much money this gun made you and decide, well, you know what? I'll put it aside as a soaking gun, and I'll get a new one. It's always good to have 2 guns anyway. Believe me. You know how many people call me and ask me to ship them out one right away because they left it on the back of the truck and it's on the highway somewhere. If they left it at their last stop and they can't find it, it's not a bad idea to have another backup. But, yeah, I hope that helps you out. And also, if you get a new gun and it doesn't work correctly, reach out to us. There's going to be a description and my information in the bottom of the video. Don't reach out to your local supplier. Reach out to us. The only thing I ask you to do is take a little video of it, email me your information, and we'll send you out a new gun. Like I said, if you need one right away and there's really something wrong with it, then we could work it out with your local dealer. Maybe you can grab it and I'll take care of it on his end. But thank you for buying them. Yeah, that's it. Thank you, and I hope this information helped you. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments. You can email us, give us a call. But thank you for buying them, and keep on spraying.